Hello everyone and welcome to Blender Animation Tutorials. In this tutorial series, I explain the essential Blender concepts and tasks that you need to know in order to create complex simulations. In this particular tutorial, we will learn how to create animation cycles in Blender. Here's the plan. First, we will create a simple animation of translating and rotating torus that you can see over here. Then we will reverse the animation in order to obtain a complete movement cycle. That is, we will create a single cycle that consists of forward and backward torus translation and rotation. Then we will add 2 additional cycles of movement. Over here you can see the so-called graph editor that shows rotation and translation of the torus as functions of frame number. But before I start with explanations, I would like to mention the following. It took me a significant amount of time, energy and planning to create this completely free video tutorial. Consequently, I kindly ask you to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, if you have some questions or a comment about material presented in this lecture, please feel free to ask your question in the comment section below. Okay, let's start from scratch. Click on File, click on New and click on General. This is an empty Blender workspace. First, I will have to make a few adjustments such that you can see the keyboard and mouse buttons that I will press. This will help you to more easily reproduce this example on your computer. First, I will run a simple plugin. Here's the name of the plugin. You probably don't have this plugin, however, don't worry about it, you will not need it. Okay. If I run this plugin, let's see what happens. Now, if I press the left mouse button, you can see it over here. If I press the middle mouse button, you can see it over here. The right one, you can see over here. And if I, for example, press a letter, you can see it over here. So if you don't know what I'm doing and what I'm pressing, just look over here. Perfect. Since some of you might not be familiar with Blender, I need to explain a few important things. First of all, you select objects by using the left mouse click. Then you can translate or pan slide a view by pressing Shift and by holding the middle mouse button. You can rotate the view by holding the middle mouse button and by moving the mouse. Finally, you can zoom in or zoom out the view by pressing Ctrl and middle mouse button and by moving the mouse. If you have a mouse with a rolling middle mouse button, you can use that rolling mouse button to zoom in or zoom out. First, let's erase this cube. Click on the cube and press Delete. Then, let's add a new object. Click over here, click on Mesh, and let's select the torus. Here it is. Let's scale this torus. Click over here, then click over here to scale the torus. Perfect. Next, let's make this animation more interesting for watching by changing the colors. Click over here and click on New. Then, over here, you can click and select Checker Texture. Okay, then click over here to see the checker pattern. Here it is. Then, let's select the colors. I like to select yellow color, and as the second color, I like to select red color. Okay, here it is. Perfect. Next, let's create the first cycle of our animation. To do that, click over here, then move the torus to its initial location. For example, over here. From here, our cycle will start. Then, expand this menu or this part of the screen. This is our timeline. Click over here, select the torus, then click I. By pressing I, we are bringing up the Insert Keyframe menu. And let's click on location. After you clicked on location, you will immediately see over here a yellow rectangle. The yellow rectangle means that we assigned the first frame to this precise location. Okay, now let's create the final position and the final frame. Okay, move this slider to 100, then click over here, move the torus, for example, over here, then again, location. Perfect. Let's see what happened. Move the slider to the first frame and press space to run the simulation. And here it is. Okay. However, there is one problem over here. Our torus didn't return to its initial position. Consequently, we need to add the second part of the first cycle. To do that, click over here, select the torus, then place this slider to the frame 200, then click on this first frame, press Ctrl C to copy this frame, and then press Ctrl V. And here it is. Now, what happened over here? Let's run the simulation. Okay, the torus goes to its final location and then it returns to the initial location. Okay, this was the first cycle. Our next goal is to create 2 additional cycles. To do that, let's expand the simulation time. Over here we have 250 frames, that is, this timeline ends at 250 and we need to expand it. So click over here and type 600. And now we can see that our timeline is until 600. Let's add cycles. To add the cycles, click over here, then click on the graph editor, and here you will obtain this very interesting graph. On this axis we can see the frame number, and on the y-axis we can see the location of our torus. That is, we can see x, y, and z locations of the center of the mass. To create cycles, click over here and press A to select everything. Then over here, press N to bring this menu, click on the modifiers, click on add modifiers, and click on cycles. And immediately you will see this sinusoidal signal. So the cycles are automatically created. However, here we can specify the precise number of cycles. For example, after the initial animation, we want to have 2 cycles. Okay, so press enter. And here it is. And that's it. Now, let's run the simulation and let's see what happens. Move it over here and press space. Okay, so first cycle, second cycle, and finally the third cycle. Okay, that would be all for today. I hope that you liked this video. If you like the videos I'm creating, please press the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks a lot and have a nice day.